All right, so I'm at a good spot to maybe demonstrate how I got this independent, strong-minded American Akita to walk off leash at my side. Now, he's already been through this a bunch, so he probably won't, or I know he won't respond as disobedient as he did in the beginning because he knows now, but I'll still show you how I did it. Now, he's paying attention, there's a dog over there in the fence. But so we'd walk, and anytime he got too far ahead, I would just change directions. Give him a quick snap, and I'd change directions, and come back this way. And then I'd do a sharp turn again. And he's supposed to come right back up alongside me here. We even got a good distraction with that dog going. But we'd walk, and I just quickly change direction. And what this does is it teaches him to always wonder where I'm at. That's what I want him to do. I want him to always be like, where's that guy at? Where's that guy at that I walk with? Who's always telling me what to do. I want him to learn to check in with me. Now, there's actually multiple dogs now along these multiple fences here. So this is a good distraction to test this out on. But he's still walking at my side. He's curious, but he knows to check in with me. Now, if I stop, he stopped. He's not completely checking in with me, but he knew that I stopped. I changed direction. I'm not going to say anything. We're tug, and here he comes. Okay. So you see, he's already learned to do this. And here we are, even amidst distraction. He still does it. Now, as far as what kind of leash or collar to use, I started out with a choke collar or a slip lead, and it worked, but not as well. I got a prong collar on right now because it was better at catching his attention. Now, if I give him a correction, it's not delivering pain. He's not yelping. I mean, Akitas have a really high pain tolerance anyway, but it's not hurting him. It's better at getting his attention. So I found that actually made the best improvement on him once I got him on a prong collar. And I was just very consistent with this. I'd walk it to where he started to get focused on the walk, and then I'd change direction. And if he doesn't, I give him a snap, and I keep walking. And then I quickly turn again, and he's still coming. Now, when you do your corrections, you want your correction to be a quick snap and then back to a loose arm. Maybe I go the other direction, you'll quick snap. And if you see in the shadow, I'm loose. Loose lead. You don't want to be tight. You don't want the tension to remain. The tension needs to let go immediately. Otherwise, the correction isn't working. Here, I didn't even have to do anything. You just follow me at my side right now. But these constant turnabouts was the main thing that helped me with him. So we'll walk up here a little bit, get past the distraction with the other dogs. And he's still doing good right at my side. I'm holding the leash right now, but we just walked about an hour, and I had him the leash on the ground, dragging behind him the whole time. I wasn't holding it, even alongside the road right there. You'll see in my other videos. But yeah, it's just loose lead, relaxed, no tension on this collar or on the leash. I'm not communicating tension to him. It's all relaxation. That's really what you want. You want relaxation with your dog. It is not fun to walk a dog when there's no relaxation. Okay, we'll do the turn. And is he coming? He's coming. A little bit slow, but I could correct that. But the main point I'm trying to make here is that we are walking loose leash, and we're creating turns, and he's following. And again, if he doesn't follow, quick snap. You can even, and what you probably should do is also at the same time you do a correction with the leash, is also make a sound. I start off with like little hiss sounds, so I go like that, a little snap and a little hiss at the same time. I know like Caesar does a sound. That anything like that will work. You want them to communicate a sound also with the correction. So whenever you are not on a collar or on a leash and you walk with them, that way that you can just make the sound, and the sound will act the same as the leash correction. And you still follow me. So then at that point you won't even have to do many leash corrections at all, and you can just make the sound. And once I establish the correction with the leash and the prong collar to the sound, then when I stopped using the leash and I'd offer correction, I could make the hiss sound, but I could also add a different sound, like a snap of my fingers, which is what I do mostly now. When I correct him, I do a snap of my fingers. I couldn't really do that too easy when I'm walking because my hand's holding the leash, but when I move to no leash and we're just walking together, I would incorporate the hiss and the snap at the same time. That way the snap became the same as the hiss, which became the same as the snap of the leash. So it may seem a little bit silly if you're out in front of your house practicing with your dog and you're going back and forth like this. You're probably like, at least I was like, man, what are my neighbors thinking of me? Here I am, like walking back and forth and circling, getting my dog to circle me. But this is actually how I did it. And this dog was not a good listener at all. I actually hated walking him in the beginning. He was just always off trying to do his own thing. And he was especially curious about other dogs, also animals, rabbits in our neighborhood, fox, all that stuff. But now we walk by all of those, except for dogs are the worst. But we walk by fox, rabbit, squirrels, birds. He ignores them. He might look at them as we walk by, but he does nothing more than a little bit of glance just to like notice they're there, and then he continues on. So dogs are a different matter. He does ignore many of them, but he is more wary. He watches them more because that's just part of the Akita breed. They are naturally more dominant towards dogs. They were bred for dog fighting at one point, so they're just very, and guarding, so they just have a lot of still have a lot of intolerance towards the dogs in them. So despite me getting this success with him on the walk and teaching him all this, I still would not let him in a dog park because it's not really so much him I can't trust. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's actually more other dogs, because other dogs some dogs are really very submissive, very calm. They're just chill, and he doesn't really care about those dogs. But there are some dogs that are pushy. They're either really pushy and disrespectful when they try to play, or they're challenging and they'll freeze and they'll stare at him and growl, and he won't have that. He does that and he will fight them. So I just don't take him to dog parks. Anyway, so this is how we did it. You just want a little bit behind it, just a quick snap like that, and you can give a hiss sound if you need to, and then keep changing directions. Sometimes I'll even, if I don't like the way he's going, or if I want to teach him a different type of change direction, I can kind of cut in front of him, and I can cut back this way. He's still there, a little bit behind me, which is fine. But yeah, so this is how I'd recommend doing it if you're having trouble walking your dog. Is just loose lead, walk back and forth, do corrections when they're not following you. Another thing you can work on, which I haven't worked on with him yet, is when you stop to sit. So he stops, but I need him to sit too. So there we go, get him to a quick sit. What a good boy this guy is, aren't you, buddy? So that's what I did to work on with the walk with him. And now we can just walk, and I don't really need to carry the leash. I have it on him really just in case some strange dog comes running towards us, which can happen. You've seen the videos online. Or it could be just a panicky person. I've seen videos of people walking their dogs. Come on, let's go. I see people walking their dogs and they freak out if they see someone off leash, a dog off leash, and they'll start screaming immediately. I'm like, man, okay, I get you don't want to see a dog off leash because you worry, that's where problems can happen. But man, then when they start screaming and acting hysterical just when they see it, it's like you're adding to the problem. There's much more likely that something's going to happen because of that behavior, that screaming and panicky behavior. That you're basically you're feeding energy, negative energy, into the whole situation. So, but I keep a leash on just for that. If I see people coming, just for their own state of mind, to keep them calm, I'll just grab his leash real quick and start walking with the leash in hand. But when there's no one around, I do it like this. He walks beside me. Like I mentioned, if I need to, I can just quickly just grab his leash. It's like less than a second for me to grab it. So anyway, long enough video. I hope this helped. If it did, hit like and subscribe. Thanks.